Hello everybody, and thanks for checking out another video here on G for G, Games for Gamers. Today we are going to talk about the wrap-up of PvP Season 15, what happened at the end, what did Playdom do, and we're going to take a look at the rewards of the season. Now, for those who may not have known what exactly happened, is Monday was the typical end of the PvP season crush. You would think at this point, honestly, that Playdom would know what to do at that point. Well, unfortunately, Playdom didn't. And the servers got crushed, like they always do, at around 8 o'clock. But this time the servers broke. I was playing at about 8. I was doing 2 offensive attacks to keep myself afloat and make sure I didn't super drop. And unfortunately, I came out of a win, a relatively easy win, a funny win, and I noticed like I came back to the screen over here, was trying to calculate my rating. I couldn't see my offensive heroes, and I was like, uh-oh. I should have counted as a win because like the battle was done, and I clicked OK, post results, and it was trying to take me back here, and it wasn't working, and some other areas of the windows didn't load, so I reloaded the page. Couldn't get in, kept trying every few minutes or so, it looked dead. I was like, okay, well, I have myself enough of a buffer. I almost didn't. So let's see what happened. In my last day, this poor guy Lagoy was ahead of me and fed my defensive team a ton of wins. Look at this poor sucker over here. Maybe he's a humanitarian and was like feeding people, but this guy kept me seriously afloat in the very end. And here is his offensive team: Synthetic Cube, Warbringer, Bashenga, Psychic Amplifier. That's, you know, it's a pretty strong team over there, and I don't know why he was losing to me so much. I mean, you know, sizable armory. It's about what you'd expect. Not a real gold dropper, but you know, decent. And I finished up at 1484, and he fed me a ton of wins that really kept me afloat, because you can see here I defended up 20 points and eventually would come up almost 60. He'd give me another one over here, so he gave me a total of about 80 points. And so I fought this chick, Rachel, here, who had fought one other time and actually had a really scrubby set of luck against her thing. And this was a hard-fought victory, and I was keeping myself around 1400, and then my easy win is missing. And what was funny is I was running my set, and my Hard Knocks was going to go proc because Iron Fist was burning. Well, White Suit Iron Fist. Well, Iron Fist detected the Hard Knocks hit, countered it, minor damage, 1.4k twice, and then all of a sudden he just died. Like he fell over. It was like he countered into a meat grinder. I didn't see any damage get listed. It didn't even say what killed him. It just boom, counter, pop, pop. He goes back into his position and he just dies. Just disappears. I'm like, oh, okay. And the rest of the team was mopped up easy. Well, that win was missing, and then I got this garbage here while I was not able to get into the game. Supposedly they said in the last 15 minutes it came up. That's a lot of defenses in 15 minutes, especially when PD said they were going to try to fix this. But yeah, risky, and this isn't my fault. I shouldn't have finished this low. I was trying to keep myself up there, but I was not trying to go, you know, for ADA rewards over there. I was content in my my Vibranium because I wasn't really trying for Meth Fox, Raccoon. So what did I do down the stretch? Well, I tried a little Magneto. I didn't stick with it. Even with Snappy Service, he didn't mean that much to me, and even a targeted stun, it procced decently, but he was nowhere near this destructive, incredible Magneto that I would see on other teams. So I just went back to CSR. Throughout the season, I had Grief over here, Thorny, Signpost, and the hot shot. Well, what I did somewhat down the stretch in the last week, maybe week and a half, is I took Grief out and I said, you know what, I want to put Hard Knocks in here. Some pre-counters are going to be nice, and it gives me a single target weapon in case of, a team full of counters. Now, if I got disoriented, due to Blackest Void after Hot Shot went out, yeah, I was kind of stuck, whereas Grief wouldn't have left me stuck. I could still do this with Blackest Void, so it was a toss-up. My signpost did get weakened because I took out Thorny, but Neuropurge was a huge bonus, a huge boon to me in the last bit of the season, and here's why. Because Neuropurge, as you can see here, is not subtle and is not stealthy, and that's what people complained about on it, it's actually what fed into my team strategy, and I didn't know it until I started using it. Why did I put Neuropurge in there? Well, I put it in there because of off balance. I was tired of getting Rogue in my face and Quicksilver in my face, and obviously his stuff doesn't really fall under a counterattack, but I wanted to protect my tacticians a little bit from infiltrators. So I started running the Neuropurge, and I noticed because of its quote-unquote weaknesses, it was a strength. It transferred my agent's debuffs from the signpost, from the hotshot, and from Hard Knocks. So poison and burning, and of course more poison, was going out. Plus, due to Skull Thumper on my agent, it stunned. Nothing made me laugh off my chair more than using Neuropurge and having it stun people. What a day. Interesting thing though, if my first round typically went like this: Bruiser Suit, Signpost, or if I saw counter people, Bruiser Suit, Neuropurge just to make sure, and then I would heal off of the Signpost, and then the hotshot. I saw times where the Neuropurge would stun one or two people, and then the hotshot was listed as stunning those exact stunned people. I found that interesting. It makes you wonder how much mathing goes on behind the scenes over here with your ability rolls. I discovered during a Spec Ops that your spinner was predetermined even before it spun, and the reason why I noticed that is I hadn't even clicked to spin, and I saw a task list update with one of those drops. It was like, you got a cryptic puzzle piece even before I spun. I think the game knows who you may stun in a round before you even try to stun them. The fact that I often saw Hotshot stunning the same people as Neuropurge, really, it plays with your head in terms of probabilities. So what did I do? Well, Beast was generally there for making sure I could debuff in the first round. That was his big goal. Generalized, a little bit. Honestly, generalizing an infiltrator was a high priority, and trampolining off of blasters. I love blasters with this group, I really did. Give me a Havoc and you fed me a victory. Give me a Cable, you fed me. Give me a blaster agent and you fed me a victory with this team. So he was there for the occasional Nano Plague, which was, pretty decent, and to exploit the attrition. Steve Rogers pretty much depower. Oh, he has Blackest Void. Alright, fine, exhausted. Throw the shield. His basic goal was to depower Cube Agents, depower Fandral, which was high up the meter. Not really Rogue. Rogue was more of a Pestilence attack. Not really Magneto. Depower Jugs, if I caught him before his buff. Neurotrope agents, Cube agents. Not that the scroll meant anything, but it was funny to watch the scroll, Neuropurge, and the Cube all get depowered. Just like you're sitting back in a hammock watching this agent do absolutely nothing for a round and laughing. And the follow-ups from counterintelligence when people went to buff was nice. He was there to take out, not really Wonder Man, but he could take out another I smacked another captain, a World War II captain with him, and it was funny. Rescue, Ares, and the Crusher enemies, which seemed to be pretty big this season. Nanoplague was more for the Quicksilvers and the Deadpools, but Quicksilver was a very, very risky person to target directly. Even his stealthy attack, more often than not, netted Beast a counter to the face. My defending team didn't really change the entire season. Once I saw that Captain Steve Rogers was an idiot on defense, this was my defense the whole season, and they did good. My tactical Cyclops, I discovered he was really good at rezzing people this season. That's not why he was there. He was there because his moveset is relatively predictable. He could do an incapacitation, which is nice, or he could do a flanked, which helps tremendously. Except it doesn't really help my agent. It just kind of helped Pesty. This is all AoE. So Black is voiding my agent was never going to mean anything. I was going to have a shield up every turn. I was going to double heal every turn. And then one of these two things were going to go out. So this seemed idiot-proof, really. And Beast, I discovered, if he saw debuffs on an agent, and it was his first turn, or anybody, yeah, he was hitting people with it. He wasn't using his level 1. He was doing his ISO corruption, and then he went right for the exploitation. So, what did we get during the season here? Because the servers went down. Well, one of the things they did was they gave people a bump up in rank. Well, I earned the Tactician Empowered suit. We've discovered, however, that the Tactician bonus in here is on a 1-round starting cooldown, so it is not available in the first round. So really disgusting potential first round things like Exo Oblivion and No Mercy, Demon Set, and double, like Hotshot and Grief right in the first round or something like that. Yeah, that's not there. So unlike the other suits which are available, you do suffer a round cooldown in here, so womp womp on that a little bit. Well, we have this, we have the Silly Gun, and we have Meth Fox. Oh, yeah, so I gotta show you this over here. Stripper Witch. Yeah, there's Stripper Witch over there. Kind of looks like the gypsies from Thinner. I'd like to see what's under that. It's good. Thinner. So, who did we have over here? Dun dun dun! Rocket Raccoon, aka Meth Fox. Yeah, I really had no interest in getting this guy. I was like, whatever, I don't feel like the Ultra Attack of getting up to Ada. Vibranium's gonna be nice. Meth Fox, whatever. And I didn't really push this season. I accomplished it once last season. I got up there and didn't maintain it, but I got up there, so I'm like, hey, that's cool. I was looking forward to just buying Hogan at the end of it. Well, Playnom said, hey, look, we're sorry. Mea culpa, our fault. The server's bombed. We know that messed people up. We're not going to do the angel thing and just give everybody everything, but we'll bump you up 1 rank. So Gold went up to Diamond, Diamond up to VIbra, VIbra up to Ada, and that's what happened to me. So they gave me Meth Fox, and within 24 hours of the season being over, I got Rocket Raccoon. Playnom, hey, kudos to you. You get shit on for a lot of stuff. Some things you mess up and everything. I think you did good on this one, and to all the Ada people who got Ada legit and are whining about it, hey buddies, you won first place in the race. There is no additional first place. You crossed the finish line, somebody came up and hugged you. I don't care if I was Ada, I don't need the hug, the gold medal, and somebody shoving some cake in my face because I've been training for the last 20 weeks. Keep the friggin' cake, I'm gonna go home and eat myself. Lock boxes that people are saying, like, really, whatever. You got Ada, you earned it, kudos. It doesn't mean our bump up victories diminish yours. So, stifle yourselves. And here he is. So here's his passive. Joins in on an ally's follow-up or counterattack. He starts with his 3 ammo, and his level 1 will fire until all the ammo is done, and then he's forced into a recharge. So I looked at all this, and I looked at his damage. I was like, yeah, I'm not really interested in him, blah, blah, blah. However, I would like to show you him in action, and your mind will be blown. So I'm fighting Viper over here. we're going to use her because I want to use some Scrapper examples. So I'm going to really downgrade myself to this cheesy Scrapper suit, just to show you what Meth Fox is capable of. And your mind is gonna be blown if you're somebody who hasn't experienced it already. So this is a perfect setup for him over here. I don't know why he's shooting there. What? Because attacked. I gotta admit, I don't know why he just shot. So the reason why I was running Taskmaster is so that I could show you his generalist arrow firing and how often he does it. But unfortunately, he's now in infiltrator mode, so okay, whatever. Maybe, I don't know why Rocket Raccoon fired there. It doesn't make sense. Nobody was countering. I mean, yes, I got an extra turn, but okay. Oh, wait, now let's see what's good. Look at that. Trigger Happy fired because of my agent's infiltrator powers from Taskmaster. And he's firing again. My God, he's continuing to surprise me, and I thought I'd seen everything from him. Alright, so here's Neurotrope, which is going to give my team a counter. And we're going to use the silly gun. So it's failed on me once, I've gotten crit once, and I've gotten the follow-up attacks a bunch. Alright, so there's coordinated attack from Coulson's Revenge. Overloader critical, so it's going to deal a critical, but it won't deal a follow-up. Honestly, this gun sucks. This gun truly sucks. Unless it gets the double attack, then Rocket Raccoon goes, oh, hey, my turn? But, alright, so now I have a free turn over here. So I'm going to apply Flanked, which is, of course, going to help the team over here, because we're going to get follow-ups. So now, my level... Alright, look, I countered. Let's see if Trigger Happy goes. There it is! Beautiful, isn't it? Imagine Scrapper, Union Jack. I'm still going. Holy shit! Okay, well, here's some more Blam Blam Blam. I could use it 3 times because that's the ammo that I have, and then I'm, forced to recharge. So his level 1 takes 1 ammo cell. His level 2 takes 2. So with a full, he could fire this once and this once. This takes a full 3, so he could fire that once, or let first round fire this once, recharge, and then you'll have your level 9, which takes 5. So that takes, use 1 ammo in the first round to go down to 2. You banking 2, you recharge up 3, and then you have 5 in the second round. So here's his recharge. He looks like he's on meth. He's having a crack fit there. I don't want to kill her. Don't kill her. Let's see what more Meth Fox is going to do. Okay, so she is going to bleed out. I got Frag Grenade, and alright, so kind of a nice example of Meth Fox, but not completely. Let's go with another infiltrator that might live a little bit longer. Let's find a somewhat... Yeah, okay, let's fight Malekith. This guy was a minor douche back in the day, but, let's see. Honestly, heavy counter people, like Union Jack, Quicksilver, maybe even an On Guard Fandral. Oh, okay, Hook, this is what I've been waiting for. Let's see if we get multiple quick shots off of Taskmaster, and let's see what Rocket Raccoon does. So pinpoint target goes out, and unfortunately I only get the 1 attack. Okay, so, oh wait, photographic reflexes. So I'm going to gain infiltrator power, and there goes Trigger Happy again. Is it simply because he gained the extra turn? Very, very interesting. So I'm going to give the team infiltrator power. And, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just throw the shield. And, alright, yep. Blam, blam, blam. Blam, blam, blam. Weak damage. Nothing much to write home about over here. His criticals are somewhat okay if he's fighting a bruiser. He could eventually become a bruiser wrecker, but we'll see. There's a little crack fit. Alright, so I don't want to use the neurotrope on this turn because we already have a kind of a combat awareness. So I'm going to go right to the silly gun. I get overloaded critical. There's my coordinated attack from Coulson's. There's my coordinated attack. Let's see if he jumps in on Taskmaster. So there's my brawl. There's trigger happy. There's a free blam. Another one for I don't know exactly why quite yet. Taskmaster's attack from coordinated attack. And trigger happy again. Is that not nuts? I mean, he's not doing a ton of damage, but he's a level 1. He has no ISOs. He's not really got a whole lot of buffs going on over here. Let's pop him with another bleed. You know, he might go good with like bleed counter teams like Blood Curse. Maybe even jumping in on like a Hard Knocks attack or a pre-counter off Iron Fist or something. Oh, my stuff isn't usable. Alright, well, let's go ahead and we'll neurotrope this turn. And let's get a flanked. And let's see if he procs off of Taskmaster hitting this flanked. Alright, follow-up attack. There's trigger happy. Alright. Let's see. Trigger happy again. Man, what? This is so weird. Alright, let's do this. Flanked. And is he going to join in the follow-up? There's the follow-up. We going to get trigger happy? There it is. Ridiculous! This is he's actually quite beautiful. I'm really happy I got him. I'm happy that I got him for free. I have no complaints. Kudos to you, PD. I hope you don't suffer too much from the haters who got Ada legit. But yeah, Rocket Raccoon is a crazy red-eyed creature of fun. I can see some teams being built around Rocket Raccoon and potentially being annoying. Union Jack, Quicksilver, flanked, maybe Fandrels on guard, Iron Fist pre-counter, maybe even Heimdall's Nope will set him off. Yeah, if he's fully leveled and fully ISO'd and his damage is peppy, he might be a little bit of a decent force to reckon with over here, because he's just jumping in all over the place, and it could be risky if a lot of people are running the tactical suits. Yeah, it might be risky to run a blaster, but we'll see. I don't know if the blaster's so smart to run on defense. Let's just do a Coulson, see if we can't put him down. Coulson and the flanked. So there's the Coulson. There's the brawl follow-up because of the infiltrator. And he joins in again on the trigger happy. Obviously poop damage over here. He's throwing pins at him, but he's going and going and going and going. He's like a little Energizer bunny of jump-in attacks over here. And let's sift the sword at him. Oh, come on. Just bleed out, please, just so we can end this. Oh, trick shot, follow up, and trigger happy. Ridiculous. So, there you go. There is Rocket Raccoon. and I'm gonna have some fun leveling him. I think he's gonna be an absolute blast. So hope you enjoyed this video here on G4G. Hope PvP Season 15 gave you a nice ending, and Symbiote Spec Ops. Let's see what happens. Take care, everybody.